brand, same print.
If I may, Your Honor.
Yep. We're in session in cause number 329878. The case is style, the state of Texas versus Jose Inez Caldera. Is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Caldera, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Caldera, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Caldera, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Caldera?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Caldera. You're here representing by your attorney, Mr. James Paget. Mr. Paget, how are you doing?
Doing well, Your Honor, thank you.
That's good. Mr. Caldera, I have before me an information that alleges that on or about January 10th of 2021, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, operating a motor vehicle in a public place, that you committed to Class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated with an alcohol concentration level of 0.15 or more. Mr. Caldera, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Caldera, I have before me a document that is titled the misdemeanor plea admonishments. It is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Mr. Caldera, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And you got two of them checked. You got to, just need this one. It's a Class A. Want me to erase the second one?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I explained to him that it was an enhanced DWI first to a Class A. So he's well aware of it. I don't even know if I meant to make that mark, you know, sometimes.
Yeah.
I touch the screen. You understand that this is a Class A misdemeanor.
Yes,
Because of the fact you're 0.15 or greater, your DWI first is enhanced from a Class B to a Class A, just like I told you.
Yes,
So there was a mark on the screen showing that.
Okay.
That'll probably be marking it. No, I mean, I don't know.
Okay. Now, Mr. Caldera, on page 2 of the same document, there are a set of initials on a line next to a box that's checked guilty. Are these your initials?
yes, sir.
On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, which is titled Trial Court Certification of the Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature above this, the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
There are two boxes that are checked at the top of this document. The first box states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Caldera, I have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature above the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Caldera, prior to signing and initialing these documents that I have just mentioned to you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
Did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. State, you like to offer State's Exhibit Number 1?
Yes, Your Honor. No objections to stage 1, Your Honor.
Okay, no objection. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Paget, you advise and counsel Mr. Caldera. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None, Your Honor.
Mr. Caldera, your attorney, Mr. Paget, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Caldera, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of guilty and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
90 days jail, probated over 1 year, $300 fine. 20 hours community service, DWI education class, drug and alcohol assessment, and ignition interlock. And also this case will run concurrently with his probation in cause number 19-32091.
And that is our understanding. He just, Mr. Caldera, heard the 90 days, so I was putting his heart started to race.
Oh, okay,
'Cause
now,
he has a job and they get back to.
okay, now, Mr. Caldera, the state is offering that you serve 90 days in Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not have to serve any time in the Jefferson County Jail because you will be placed on probation for 1 year. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $300 plus court costs of $422, which comes to a total of $722. You'll also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 each month, a urinalysis fee of $15 each month. You'll be required to pay the Jefferson County DWI education class and initial evaluation fee of $125 on the day of the plea. Should a further evaluation be needed, you'll be required to pay an additional $50. Now, the total amount of your monthly installments, that is the amount that you will be required to pay each month while you're on probation, is $145 per month. Will you be able to pay the $145 each month?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I hate to interrupt you, but I do want you to be aware that this is running concurrent with his felony probation. So currently, he's paying the 60 supervisory fee already, and he's having the urinalysis and the assessments already being done through the felony probation. So I just wanted to make you aware because I assume that those fees will be reduced.
Yeah, once the probation department realize that you're on probation concurrently with this case, and you'll be only paying one $60 probation
So
fee.
it'll reduce that one.
So they may assess it in that case. They'll reduce this by $60 per month. And then maybe the $15 also be reduced. So that $75 will probably come off the top. And then so you'll probably be looking at about $70 per month. But the probation department is responsible for looking into that matter.
And I've explained to him that the prosecutor put on the paperwork to run concurrent, so it'll automatically, it'll be done when you get over there.
Now, you'll also be required to perform 20 hours of community service. And you will be required to attend and complete a DWI class, have a drug and alcohol assessment, install the interlock device on any vehicle that you own or operate. You will also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation. In this case, will run concurrent with cause number 19-32091. Mr. Caldera, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
Do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Caldera, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Caldera, you're going to stand on the X next to your attorney, follow the directions of our court clerk. Once you finish following the clerk's directions, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Paget, I think this is your only case?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank
You'll be
you.
free to go as well and you have a blessed day.
You too, man.
Put your right hand in the square, hold it down. You sign that black box right next to you over here. You won't be able to see it. Raise your right hand. Do you swear that you have never before been given deferred adjudication or regular probation for a felony or misdemeanor in this or any other state?
Yes, sir.
Except for what, your case that's running.
Other than
Right.
the issue that you have.
And do you further swear nothing else is pending? Okay. And the direction to force to probation on off and your documents.
Make sure the one over there right now.
Yes,
And this is cause number 326-438-1. Case of style of state of Texas versus Nina Marie Salazar. Your full name is Nina Marie Salazar.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Ms. Salazar?
I'm doing good.
That's good. Ms. Salazar, you were here represented by your attorney, Mr. Todd LeBlanc. Mr. LeBlanc, how are you doing?
Good, Judge. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Mr. LeBlanc, do you have an announcement you'd like to make in Ms. Salazar's case?
Yes, Judge. We need to pick up pre-trial diversion request, so if it gives full time to do that.
Okay. Let's see, the next one will be, let's set it in the second week of February. I think, well, December is probably loaded. I would think December is probably full.
I think you're right, Judge.
Yeah. Have you sent the letter to them yet? But they have to evaluate it, so we're gonna give you enough time to do that.
February 14th.
Okay, so the case is gonna be reset to February 14, 2022. Give you an opportunity to apply for pretrial diversion. Ms. Salazar, your case is reset to February 14, 2022 to give your attorney time to apply for the pretrial diversion program. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. And Mr. LeBlanc, you can sign the pad. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge. Good.
Judge, Mr. Barrera is here on behalf of.
Yes. We need to get Mr. Anthony Lund to come forward. Okay, this is cause number 329882. Case of style state of Texas versus Anthony Kane Lund. Is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Lund?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Lund. You here represented by your attorney, Mr. Daniel Barrera. Mr. Barrera, how are you doing?
Good, Your Honor.
That's good. Mr. Barrera, do you have an announcement you'd like to make in Mr. Lund's case?
Your Honor, we're not ready. I've talked to the prosecutor. I'm still missing one video, which should be a body cam video, but I'm gonna go get it right now after we finish court. If we can get a short reset, December was full. If we can do the next one, we'll get this resolved
Okay,
and we'll get it taken care of.
okay. You could- Hold on a minute.
I just want to make sure, Your Honor. Your Honor, I'm set for trial that day.
Give him another day.
That was,
That'll work?
that was, Your Honor.
Okay, so case is gonna be reset, Mr. Lund, to January 26th of 2022. Your attorney's gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Pereira, you can stand over there, you're gonna sign the pad, get your reset. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day as well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You are.